Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and she's seen The Exorcist about 167 times, but I'm not sure how she feels about it. It's my co-host and master of none, Ciara.
It keeps getting funnier every time I see it.
It is a funny film.
It is. Not as funny as Dog Soldiers, which I may have possibly seen more than any other film going.
Yeah, you probably actually have seen Dog Soldiers
at
about
least
167 times.
Yeah. No, I watched that film
That's the way it's
awful
about
lot.
167.
67 times, yeah. Yeah.
But yes, it's time for Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I love this film.
You love this film.
I love this film, like, to a stupid degree, but I also watched the cartoon and adored the cartoon.
I love the cartoon. I saw the cartoon before I ever saw the film, to the point where when I first saw the film, when I was probably about 12 or 13, I was like, he's the bad guy?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like supposed to be best friends
Yeah,
with
they
Lydia.
kind of do a Terminator thing on him. Like, the second one, he's friendly. The cartoon, he's friendly.
There was a whole series around the time of, I think we've talked about it before actually, of like kids cartoons that were based on
Godzilla.
not kids films where they changed. Like there was a RoboCop cartoon.
Yeah.
In the Godzilla cartoon, he is the
Because it was
good
a
guy
little Godzilla.
with Godzuki. Yeah.
Yeah, I always forget what he's called.
But yeah,
Which was very much in the style of, like, remember there was the new Ghostbusters and there was one in a wheelchair because inclusivity, and they made a big deal about it and everyone was like Professor X.
No, that show I think was actually
Ghostbusters Extreme?
It was called, but from what I understand, that show was actually pretty damn good about its inclusivity, and that because there was like there was
an Asian girl.
There was an Asian girl, there was a black guy, and there was I think he was a Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah.
And then there was the dude in the wheelchair. But the like struggles that they faced in the cartoon apparently were actually really relevant to people. You know, were really relevant to people of colour or people who were disabled.
Whereas the Beetlejuice cartoon was just mayhem.
But yeah, and so anyway, I watched
He's
the Beetlejuice
married
cartoon.
in the cartoon as well.
Yeah.
He's got a wife, and it's like, dude, you were like horn dogging after Lydia like the whole film.
Yeah,
what?
it was weird when I watched it the first time, and I think I haven't actually watched it since I was the last time I watched this I must have been 15 or 16.
Yeah.
The main reason I remember that is because I had a massive crush on Winona Ryder when I first saw the film.
Yeah.
And then we sat down to watch the film and I was like, that's a child.
Yeah, that's a child.
That's an actual
Whereas
child.
Delia is a goddess.
Yes.
And can I be her? I love Catherine O'Hara. Like, I love anything
Catherine
that
O'Hara
she is
is brilliant and she is a comedy goddess. But if we're talking beauty, Gina Davis.
Oh my god.
Like as
even
as
in
a teenager,
that fucking frumpy sack dress they've put her in, she's so gorgeous.
like as a teenager when I was much younger and I watched this, I was all about Goth Lydia.
Yeah.
Now I am all about Gina Davis. But yeah, I don't think I've watched this in so long.
And we forgot it was Alec Baldwin because it's a really young Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, completely forgot it was Alec
like,
Baldwin.
oh, we love you, Alec Baldwin.
And another thing that we completely forgot
until his name came up in the credits.
His name came up in the credits is the fact that Jeffrey Pedo Jones is in this film, and we keep covering films he's in. It's not intentional.
It's okay. The only other film I've seen with him in is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I fucking hate that movie.
I don't really like that film either.
I really don't like that, but also Matthew Broderick is a fucking murdering asshole, so he's never...
We're never going to cover that film, because A, we don't like it, B, it's got fucking a nonce in it, and C, it's got a murderer in it.
Yeah, so we're not doing that. But so this will be the last one with Jeffrey Jones in it, and I have to say he is kind of fun in this as...
Oh, he is, yeah.
Like, he's the dad, and he's like, oh, I'm here to relax. That one bit where he's on the rocking chair, going 90, going, look, I feel so relaxed already.
10 minutes in the house and I'm completely relaxed with the chair and the leg
like,
banging.
like there's smoke coming off the rockers.
But that's enough praise because Jeffrey Jones is a nonce.
Yes, he is, and he's a horrible human.
We will do our best to not cover any more of his films. So apologies for... This is our third Jeffrey Jones film.
Yeah, because he was in The Devil's Advocate, but I forgot about
it was
that. As
Ravenous first, and I actually think it was when we were doing Ravenous that I first found out that he was a horrible bastard.
About her.
Maybe, yeah, and then just didn't realise he was in Devil's Advocate until we went to do it. I was like, crap.
But it's okay because it's Eddie Barzoom, and it's worth it for Eddie Barzoom and the death of Eddie Barzoom and the whole rant about Eddie Barzoom.
At least he dies in that. Yeah. Yes, he doesn't die in this.
No.
But yeah, so sorry. Not intentional, and we'll stop doing it.
But it's okay. We make up for it with Otho because he was also the mayor in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, and he's is it Associate Bob in Demolition Man?
Yes, he is Associate Bob.
Otho's great. He's fucking brilliant. But yeah, shall we do a summary and then talk about the actual film? Barbara and Adam are happily enjoying married life in their perfect home when a work vacation becomes a life vacation and they enter the afterlife very confused. We're still a yuppie couple from New York have bought their home and immediately trash it. But when desperate times lead to desperate measures, Barbara and Adam release the bioexorcist Beetlejuice, only for him to become a bigger problem and threaten everyone.
Yeah.
I forgot how little he's in the film.
He's only in like 14 minutes.
He's like fucking Gabbo on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's like, when is he going to get here?
Yeah, he's only in like 14 minutes. Real
and
estate
again,
lady
probably
Jane.
coloured by my view of the cartoon because
Yeah,
he's in it
not
all the time. But I was like, it was kind of like that's a good horror villain.
Yeah.
A good horror villain only shows up in little snippets throughout and then goes on a big rampage at the end. And that's what Beetlejuice does.
Fantastically memorable for being like really disgusting but really funny, and the sarcasm sheer amount of ad-libbing as well that Michael Keaton done. My favourite bit is, hey, do you guys like Italian? And then turns around and goes, hey, where did you go?
I don't think there would be a Captain Jack Sparrow if there wasn't a Beetlejuice. Now, I loved his performance, but I also don't think that Billy Zane would have been quite as good in Demon Knight if it wasn't for Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice was the one that allowed people to go a little bit like silly. Like you could be silly but still very threatening.
But it really works for Beetlejuice because where, like, say, somebody like Jack Sparrow's like silliness and that kind of over the topness and hammed it upness, it's fun to watch. But when it comes to like suspension of disbelief, you're kind of like, that person would be an asshole if they actually existed. But Beetlejuice is an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, so it's fine. It's fine for him to act like that. And yeah, it is a fucking amazing performance.
Yeah, like he's a culmination of all these centuries of life, and he's throwing out all these different quips, and like even the way he dresses is just this mash of different decades.
The whole cowboy ad thing. Like, come on down. Crazy Eddie's type ad, you know what I mean? It's just, he's so fucking good. And like,
it's so weird because like my childhood was like Beetlejuice and Batman, and specifically the Michael Keaton Batman that can't move his neck is my favourite iteration of Batman, when he has to look straight up and he bends over backwards. But it was like, that's not the same person.
Well, never mind that. When I watched Batman as a kid, I didn't really care who was behind the cowl. I didn't really realise it was Michael Keaton. And by the time I was old enough to know who Michael Keaton was, he was like kind of that rom-com guy, that romance guy. So by the time I actually watched Beetlejuice, I was like, this is fucking Michael Keaton. Like, I know he does way more than just like rom-coms and stuff. But as a kid, that was kind of, you know...
your mum loved Michael Keaton. Like, it was that kind of
Multiplicity?
I don't know, I've never seen it.
Although that's supposed to be quite good. But yeah, I knew him as one of, like that. My mum, he's one of the actors my mum loves.
Yeah.
So not what I was expecting from him when I actually did, like the very first time I sat down to watch Beetlejuice, and my enjoyment of his performance has never lessened. I think he was just told, do whatever you want.
He did. Like, it's Tim Burton as well, who's very creative and lets people get in and really be like, what if we did this, and do loads of different ad-libs and stuff like that and really live in the character. And I think him being mostly in the little model world helps
the model
with
world
that.
is fucking great.
I love the model world. I want to play in it.
Yeah,
like,
gotcha.
The grass, the way when they're peeling up the grass and you can see it's just the foam, the way it... I love everything about that. Because, again, the 80s, we had Honey, You Shrunk the Kids running around with ants and stuff. Yeah, there were a lot of perspective
movies and stuff. And on that point, actually, all the perspective and the visual effects in this are great because he's on a set there.
Yeah.
But the way they've built the set and the way, like, with the grass and stuff like that.
Like, even when he kicks over the tree,
the
way it just falls over like a toy.
Nice model.
And then when she's like, why did you build the little, like...
why'd you build a horse?
He's like, I didn't put that in there.
But you can tell that looks like a miniature town at a large scale, whatever way they've built it. It's just crafted so well. Now, I know it's that Tim Burton thing as well, like, but the large miniature town set is fucking brilliant.
It must have been like walking onto that set must have been like walking into the chocolate shop, the chocolate factory floor in Willy Wonka. Like, it's kind of that scale to me that it looks so real. Everything is like, obviously in the chocolate world, everything was edible. In this, everything looks like the toy. It's the same thing that we had with the boys or with Gen V when Emma gets little and her clothes look like Polly Pocket clothes.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to do and have it look realistic.
Yeah. And and like fit that you get it. That, like that is.
Yeah.
That's...
Because even the little toy car, when he's driving it, and the noise it makes when it hits the floor is the noise that a toy car makes hitting the floor when you throw when you fling it off the table.
Setting aside the fact that no toy car has a combustion engine inside it, but whatever.
I think it's a battery, because he had been driving it before. That's how they crashed it.
Beetlejuice can drive it, because he's a fucking ghost supernatural. I know.
They're
Adam,
ghosts.
Yes, but Adam drives it and tries to start it like it's an actual car, because he's like, it's crashed. He's like, come on, and tries to get it going.
In fairness, Adam can't read a fucking handbook, so properly.
I'll get onto the handbook in a minute. I'm still praising the visuals. The other set that I really, really love is the wedding set at the end.
With the
big weird
fireplace?
fireplace.
Yeah.
And,
I always wanted that floor for some reason. There was something about that weird checkerboard floor and the granite paint effect that's on the doors and the door frames and everything.
I love
there was always just something about it. I was like, that's so fucking
what they
weird
do to what they do to the house as well. They're weird, like outside veranda. That's just
I
got
love
one wall
that.
with why is it got one wall with a window?
I don't care,
Just
but
put a
I
fucking
want
fence
it
up.
and I want the peacock.
And there's no fence
cheers.
on anywhere else.
I know. Well, in fairness, the banister does try and kill them, so...
Although, in fairness, those workers just seem to be doing whatever the fuck they want. Just swinging sculptures around the place, putting walls up wherever they feel like
it
it.
comes crashing in through the kitchen window.
Yeah.
And I love the way she's chasing after them going, tell me what you're doing or my husband won't fire you. It's like, you scream at delivery drivers, don't you?
Oh, well, when she's... when they're first coming into the house and...
Poor Delia.
Yeah,
she didn't want to move there.
That's my sculpture. I don't mean I bought it. I mean it's my sculpture.
I made it.
Your man's just like, fine, throws it down on the counter.
It does look like you could do some fucking damage with it, in fairness. That's the one that's like all the balls connected with wire.
Yeah, I love how all her sculptures are just her whole...
aesthetic.
Well, the whole... I just the idea that she is a kind of crap artist.
Yeah.
Like, we see some of her shitty sculptures and we meet her like agent and he's like, I can't sell any of your shit.
I've lost so much money on her over the years. Fuck you.
And I'm guessing it's just a case that, yeah, Charles is actually quite successful at his job. Like,
but he seems to be some sort of like real estate.
To the point where he's worked himself into a mental breakdown.
Which is why they've moved to the countryside.
To keep her artist lifestyle and like to fund it so that she can keep making sculptures because she just can't sell them. That's what I'm guessing anyway.
She's basically Thingy's missus last week who's like, here are my weird bohemian arty friends in a restaurant where the menu is on Braille.
Yeah, Stacey and Dash or whatever.
Yeah. She's she's what they basically end up being.
Well, certainly when they bring down everybody for this
the fancy dinner.
Well, everybody they bring down is like, yeah, it's absolutely that.
The dude that he's trying to court, it's like Maxie something.
Maxwell something or
no,
other.
Max E.
All right.
Yeah. Like Maxie baby.
Your man who brings down his wife.
Yeah, and they're like, this is fantastic, and they're on the test your strength.
Yeah, when Beetlejuice actually comes out. But yeah, actually, after praising the sets and the stop motion's fantastic as well. Actually.
I adore this. I love the sandworms. There is something about the way the faces peel back, and then there's another one and another one.
The sandworms look really like cartoony, but because of the weird, like, surreal desert thing that they're in, you don't mind it so much.
It's kind of like what I wanted the sandworms in Dune to look like.
But the stop motion like Beetlejuice snake looks a little bit kind of...
They had to do that afterwards because they had actually filmed some of that before Michael Keaton was cast. So they had to go back in and redo the snake with his head. Yeah.
No, it just looks a little bit cheesy because
you see the model of it at the very end when she shows up and she scares him off his chair and she's like, he likes it.
It's a great looking model and it's great stop motion. It's just stop motion, because we're so used to CG now, stop motion kind of doesn't hold up as well, but it's still got a charm to it.
I grew up watching a lot of Jason and the Argonauts
that's why I'm saying
90s.
It still has a charm to it, but if you're not used to it, if you, like, say for example, all the Gen Z people who are fans of Jen Ortega and into Wednesday and they go and see Beetlejuice 2 and they're like, I'll watch the first Beetlejuice, they might be like, over the stop motion because they're not used to it.
That's
but
the whole point.
It's
supposed to be a little bit like that because that's the whole point. Like one of my favorite bits from Jason and the Argonauts is the skeletons all fighting.
Yeah,
all the shitty little model skeletons, and
But we're used to stop motion. That's my
know.
point. And that's why for us it has a charm for it. You don't have to defend it. It's all right.
Well, stop motion's coming back in a big way because there's a new Aardman out this year, and I'm delighted because it is the return of one of my favourite characters of all time.
Yeah, but entirely
I know.
stop motion is different from stop motion being used as special effects for monsters in
No, but I still think it worked really
films.
well because some of it as well is like people in costumes, like whoever the little priest dude is.
Yeah,
he always freaked me out when he's just standing there looking at them.
I don't have issue with that. It's just.
Do you know who that little priesty dude is?
No.
Or who he reminds me of?
Who?
You're one. I'm the grand whatever she needs to be on Kif's home planet.
Oh right, yeah.
He's like, I live here, but you don't need to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
At the end, when he's just kind of standing there going,
looking around like, do I not need it anymore?
Okay.
Fair enough.
She's like the grand midwife, the grand butterfly keeper.
Yeah. Right now, so the handbook.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to empathise with Barbara and Adam when they become ghosts in their confusion, or are we supposed to think they are fucking idiots for not reading the book? Like, we see them wandering around the house that they're trapped in, all like, especially Barbara, she's like sitting around like moping. He's making the model, but she's kind of moping around the place, being fed up.
Yeah, because they
read the fucking book.
They try to leave and they can't.
Yeah, read the goddamn. If I die and there is an afterlife, and I don't think there's going to be one, so I would also be very surprised and confused. And then all of a sudden, a book called Guidebook or Handbook to the Afterlife, or for the Undead, or whatever it was called, I can't remember. Guidebook for the Dead.
A Handbook to the Afterlife.
Anyway, a book about how to be dead is there. I'd be like, cool. Well, I assume I have all the time in the world to read it, so I'm going to sit down. Yeah. And even if it is confusing, like, you'll figure it out.
I do love the repeated, this reads like stereo instructions.
And when he reads it out, it reads like a government bureaucratic handbook.
Yeah.
And when we see the afterlife, that makes absolute sense. But I'm sure you could make some sense of it.
Yeah.
And he does, but he's doing it stupidly. Like when he's talking
about the door. He
doesn't
read the whole instruction.
He's like, I saw something in here about a door. All you have to do is draw a door in case of an emergency. And he draws a door and then nothing happens. And he flicks through the book and finds a page. And then it's like, oh yeah, and draws the knob on. And nothing happens. And he goes and he flicks forward like 10 more pages.
Yeah.
And it's like, just read the chapter on the emergency door before you do anything, you fucking asshole.
Like, if a small child in France or in Spain can work out how to use chalk to draw a door, you can work it out.
And that child was stupid enough to not follow one very plain instruction of
which was don't
food, but she still
anything.
figured out the door.
Yeah. And she figured out you could use the door in more than one location as well.
And also, I refuse to believe that the instructions of draw a door, put a door handle on it and knock 3 times are on like 10 different pages.
Yeah.
Or if they are, then maybe the book is not confusing. But yeah, I find it hard to empathise with their plight when they're
idiots.
They're kind of just hapless. Like, even down to the Deo thing, like, that's cool. It's really cool. But I would
It didn't have the effect that it wouldn't have had the effect. No.
My response would have been more or less exactly what the response of all the rest of them was of, okay, that was definitely supernatural, but that was cool.
That was fun. I didn't know I could do that. I'm not very happy about being attacked by my shrimp cocktail, but at least it wasn't salmon mousse.
Yeah, the rest of it was fun. But
also, when they look out the window, the way the 4 cars are parked, I'm like, how are they expecting them to get out of there? Also, who just parks on the lawn? They have a really big driveway and parking area.
They are also parked like the cars outside of the house wearing the salmon mousse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Barbara and I like Adam, but they're kind of idiots.
They are, and they don't think anything through realistically.
And yeah, I don't think we're supposed to think that they are very smart or anything, are we? Like, we're supposed to be. Well, I'm assuming we're supposed to be kind of a little bit exasperated with them, like Juno is. Juno's fucking great, by the way.
Juno's amazing, and she is also the very sweet, lovely little old granny.
Oh, she's the little old granny who loves the yodeling in Mars Attacks. Yeah, I never realised that until you told me.
Because she's hardly in it. Because she's so acerbic in this as well, and she's such a presence in this.
So good.
And then in Mars Attacks, she's just like happily bobbing along doing music while alien heads explode. Her with the football team.
That's the best.
Coach, her in that football team. I'm not your coach.
Your coach, he survived.
But also, if you commit suicide, you have to be a fucking civil servant in the afterlife.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, that's actually worse than hell.
Well, and
I just love the fact that they have it set up for the amount of people who've been flattened.
An idea that recently got recycled in Netflix's Chaos.
Yeah.
Kind of. Those who didn't have the coins for the ferryman.
Yeah, had to work it off.
Have to become civil servants.
Yeah, because you can't cross over if you don't have your coin.
Yeah, but in this, it's just you are in the civil service.
I'd be coming back to fucking haunt whoever had been in charge of my coin.
The civil service looks fucking like the afterlife. Civil service looks great.
That's the thing I think... because the cartoon was always in the afterlife, the majority of it is set in the afterlife, and the chaos and madness and weirdness that's the bit I really, really enjoy. I haven't seen the new one, but I believe a lot of it is in that kind of setting, which I'm delighted. The fact that it looks like there's an audience watching them as well, like members of the afterlife are just like spying in on other people when they're in the office. You can see like silhouettes through the back. And
your man who's hanging from the noose, who's just passing out papers and stuff.
Yeah, as he goes around on his... And there's another person hanging from... There's somebody who's like clipped up. Yeah. Because he's been run over. And he's got like
Well, that's what I was going to say. So we see your one who first...
Oh, Miss Argentina.
Yeah.
Who had her little accident.
Yeah, she has her wrist cut. Juno has her throat cut.
Yeah.
We see people hanging.
Yeah.
That guy who's flattened chose suicide by bus or truck.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
Like,
jumping in front of traffic? No.
Like, I mean, I don't mean to be joking about suicide, and like, please, if anybody's listening has suicidal thoughts or depressed, like, reach out and talk to somebody. But, like, suicide by bus or train. Oof.
But however, the visual of him completely flat hanging there with the tire
tracks. And there's no mirrors in the afterlife. How do I look?
Yeah. Like it's depressing as fuck, but at the same time, it's a brilliant visual.
And
then him going through the little like slot that his track runs through.
It kind of goes
without saying. That's so sad. Like he would have had to. He's just been hung up there, and people just hand him shit, and away he goes.
Yeah. Well, I don't think any of them are supposed to enjoy. None of them really, apart from him. Actually, he's the only one who seems to take any enjoyment in his job in the afterlife. The rest of them are all like miserable and annoyed. Again,
except for Beetlejuice.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't work.
No, but he was Juno's understudy, and then took things a bit too far.
But yeah, no, all the afterlife looks great. But I suppose in a Tim Burton film, and particularly early Tim Burton films, to say that the world he constructs looks cool is kind of a given.
Yeah.
But it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's very different when you look at, like, say, the likes of Edward Scissorhands, where it's the cul-de-sac that's surreal. With all of its identical pastels and then his gaff up the end. And now you know why the Avon lady went in, because she was fucking desperate for a sale, because that's who finds him. Because they're that insane.
Yeah, oh no, he's got a different style from, like, between his films. I'm not saying that, but just, when Tim Burton creates a world, there's always a vibe to it.
And there's a lot of early nods to, like, Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas, other stuff that he went on to work in. You can see where there's little bits of that coming out.
Yeah.
The pinstripe suit is iconic for this, but it's known then for being Jack Skellington instead. It's like, no, this is the pinstripe suit with the green hair.
Oh, yeah.
And then the big roller arms.
And again... only at the very end of the film when we see the suit, I think it's like I'm just
and then he's in the red tuxedo, the wonderful 70s 80s tuxedo with the ruffled shirt and the big silky cummerbund
and her big red dress.
Oh my god, the fucking super 80s red dress. She looks like one of those things you put on toilet roll to hide it, you know, the dolls.
The little dolls.
She looks highly flammable is what she looks like.
Oh, I kind of wish Lydia was set on fire a little bit, because god damn it,
Lydia is insufferable. Yeah,
Lydia is insufferable. Like,
when I was little watching this, Lydia was like the coolest thing, and she's so dark and moody, and like she takes photos, and like she's sarcastic, and everyone always wonders why, like, our generation is incredibly sarcastic, but this is what we grew up watching.
But she's not even good sarcastic. I thought
she's like.
I had kind of like obviously a false memory of watching it from when I was a teenager, that she was kind of goth Daria.
Yeah.
That she was like super witty and super like...
I always wanted to be Jane, so...
But, well actually, yeah, more like Jane, but like that, more of that kind of
I had a crush on Jane.
But
she's on my Hear Me Out cake, but I don't think anyone needs to hear me out for Jane.
For Jane?
Yeah. No. And her brother. Trent?
Trent's an asshole.
Trent is a dickhead.
Not like maliciously.
No, but who is it in Big Mouth? His older brother that trains all the raccoons is kind of
Judd.
like the evolution of
Judd's,
Trent.
Oh no, Judd's supposed to be like another Trent.
Trent, yeah.
But yeah, no, I had remembered Lydia as more of that kind of a like Jane or Daria character. But really, she's just an annoying moan.
She's really cringy.
And we have no...
And like some of the shit she comes out with, I too am strange and unusual. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you in your head that sounded phenomenal.
Yeah, and like,
but
why?
in like 10 years, you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, why did I say that? Like, that's one of those ones that's going to haunt you. It's just because my genitals are on the inside. It's that moment where it will haunt you for the rest of your life. And you're going to look back at photos of yourself and be like, oh, good God.
Well, I mean, one of her first lines as is Delia hates it. So I guess I can
live
with
here. Yeah. So she's like, a spiteful little
you're a spiteful little, like, and we have... There's only maybe one bit where Delia is a bit of the bitchy stepmom character. Other than that, she's actually quite nice and tolerant towards... Yeah. Like, she does... She is
dramatic, but they're both dramatic.
Oh, yeah. And when Lydia starts talking about ghosts, Delia does try and be like, please, like, let's move on. You know? Yeah. She doesn't entertain it, but she's not, like, the horrible stepmom character or anything. So it's like, Lydia, why are you like this? Like, you have a rich dad who he clearly at least loves her. Yeah. You know, he can't, again, he can brush her off a little bit, but he
does also, like, actually engage with her, and he's interested with her. She's not, like, if you want to go, like, Gossip Girl, spoiled, like, completely ignored.
And Delia's not, like, fucking Cinderella's stepmom or anything. No. So, like, yeah, why are you being such a big, horrible goth moan? Like, be a goth if you want, but just... And then
you don't have to be moany. Goths are some of the happiest people I know.
Further to that,
like, seriously, like...
Yeah. But further to that then, Barbara and Adam just become, like, super protective of her, almost out of nowhere. Like, well, she can see the whole
thing is that, like, you get that whole bit at the start that they, with that fucking bitch-ass real estate agent who
Jane. Jane can fuck off and die.
Jane, yeah. Sending pictures of my house to people? Jane, you go fuck yourself. Do you know what? We're going to take this up with the law because you can't be doing that, you fucking manky bitch. Yeah. And then, like, when she shows up and sells the house immediately, as soon as it's gone, I bet she was only too delighted. But the little fucking jabs of, if she really be a family, go fuck yourself, Jane.
Who did she sell the house to?
How did she get that?
Like, yeah, sorry, like, who like, for?
Well, it would have been for the estate. It would have probably been in probate. Yeah. And then to repair the bridge that they drove through. And that little bastard dog.
That little bastard dog.
Covered bridges are weird.
But yeah, they
do they exist solely for people to crash through dramatically?
I don't get it covered. Like, why does it need to be covered? Yeah. Americans, what's with covered bridges?
I read The Bridges of Madison County and I still don't know why they're like covered bridges.
I don't imagine that's a book about the actual bridges.
No, it's not. It's a shitty romance. It's really bad.
Adam and Barbara are like, we're dead. Hey, look, this girl can kind of see us. Yeah. Then they're like, we want to scare your parents away. And she's like, okay, fine, whatever, cool. And then they kind of work with her a little bit and go off and they meet Juno and they're like, we need to scare these people away from the house. And then Beetlejuice comes out a little bit and then Juno's like, you need to do it.
Yeah, you can't let him out.
And then all of a sudden, when they come back, she's like, I hate the Dietzes, but I really like Delia. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fair enough, the little kids helped you. But then as soon as Beetlejuice, like, threatens her, it's like they practically want to adopt her as their own child.
In fairness, would you let, like...
It's just... No, I'm not saying let Beetlejuice take Lydia. It just feels a little unearned.
Well, I think it's more they feel responsible. They let him out and they haven't put him away and now he's targeting...
Yeah, feel responsible for saving her. Yeah. But all of a sudden it's like they love her like she's their own child. And I get they couldn't have kids. It just feels a little unearned, that's all. Like it just seems to come a little bit out of nowhere that they're like, hey, this girl can see us and help us to we love this girl.
Somebody else to talk to.
No, I mean I just feel like they could
like if they'd been in the house for longer on their own and she could see them and they'd be like, oh my god, you can see us. Come here to me. It's not like Ripley and Newt where she's just found out she's lost her daughter and she finds a kid.
That's actually the best example. I feel like, maybe if there was
if you watch the difference between the theatrical cut and the director's edition.
I feel like we need that cutscene where Ripley finds out that her own daughter is dead, but that version for this here,
just to give something.
One extra little scene where there is you can see some a larger emotional attachment growing. But I'm more upset about Lydia just being a big fucking moan. Because that's it. I'm like, what? Why? Look at this moany teenager. This is the one that you decided that you want to, like, adopt. At least she does by the end of the film. She's cheered up a bit.
Yeah. I was like, look, you can still be spooky, but, not everything is straight up misery.
Yeah, she's happy goth because she's found some ghosts to hang out with.
Yeah.
Also, props for all the Harry Belafonte.
So much Harry Belafonte. Love that, though. But it wouldn't work if it wasn't Calypso music. It's it wasn't supposed to be Calypso music either.
Really?
No. And
it's a choice that I think really
Catherine
works.
O'Hara and I can't remember who else was. We're like, no. We need to use this type of music. We need to use Calypso music for it.
Well, it really works because it kind of
it's so upbeat.
But it sets the tone a little bit for Barbara and Adam's characters.
Yeah.
In that,
well, you got them listening to a lot of it.
Yeah, they're these kind of chilled out, they're clearly in love with each other. They maybe want kids, but they're not too pushed about it.
He owns a hardware store.
Yeah, they just do this kind of
model horses.
But they're just bopping around their house listening to Calypso music and just being very much in love with each other, and it kind of fits. And then as the film goes on and the Calypso music stays and all the supernatural stuff happens, it just adds this incredibly weird offbeat vibe to it that really works.
Yeah, it's kind of like the smooth jazz in Deadly Premonition.
No, it's not. There's nothing like the smooth jazz in Deadly Premonition. Because it is completely what?
But yeah, for music that's
works.
That's completely different to the tone of the. Well, it does fit the tone of the film, but it's so completely different to what you would think. It works really well as opposed to other movies that are what the hell is this music going on in the background?
Plus the non-Harry Belafonte music, this is the actual score.
Oh yeah.
Also excellent
because it's Danny Elfman.
Well, yeah. That was my very first two notes about this were music and sets / stop motion
so much oompa, and I love it. It just makes it so happy.
It's Danny Elfman.
Yeah, Danny Elfman scores are fucking incredible, and I love them.
Is there anything that we don't like? Lydia's annoying, but it's not a big thing. It's not anything that really drags it down. It's just you're a moany goth bitch.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's kind of trying, but I do enjoy some of her interactions, when they're in the sheets, when she takes the photo and is no feet, but she thinks that it's the parents getting it on, and she's like, keep it down, there's children here because of the moat, and they're trying to scare Delia, and they're like, no, it won't work because she's sleeping with Prince Valium tonight. Also, Delia waking up and just pointing the remote at the TV, just in a mess.
Delia's great.
Delia is fucking amazing. If you don't let me gut this house, I will go crazy and take you all with me.
Just her and Otto going around the house is just so much fun. He's hilarious. Coming in through the window.
Oh yeah, it's bad luck to come in through the door.
And then so few of my clients understand me. Not open to the experience.
When she's mauve, and he's like, you read my mind.
Yeah.
We're so in touch, and it's the bullshit he is feeding her is amazing.
I know, and then he's
they're both
going on about being a paranormal expert
when they
until the bottom fell out of the market or something.
Yeah. Oh. But he finds the handbook.
He does find the handbook, and I was a little bit confused about that because plot reasons. But why is it if the ghosts aren't visible? Why is it visible? Why is it not flesh and blood? But why is it a flesh and blood object?
It's a physical object.
Yeah. Why is it corporeal when they are not? Again, I'm guessing plot reasons.
Plot reasons for him to do that so that they can have the mad seance. Also, I love whatever his dinner partner for the evening in the gold lame dress. The one that he snipes at and she snipes back. Yeah.
Their little back and forth is great. But actually, during the seance, when he's got the book, the
aging effect,
that looks great.
Her putting his jaw back in is one of my favourites when they're still on the table.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of withering away. I was why did you wither away Gina Davis first?
That's not fair.
Fuck you. It just, the shoes falling off, bits of hands falling off.
It just, all of it looks really, really, really good. And creepy,
Yeah.
looking.
But then also the panic when they're Otto, stop it. Stop it. He's this is, I can't. It's gone too far.
It's the one actually, scary bit of the film, I find.
Where
the rest
it feels
of it
everything's out of control.
Well, even just the atmosphere of it and the way the scene is set. The rest of it is all kind of comedy horror, even when Beetlejuice is doing his big scares. But that bit, there is that sense of danger and actual fear. And it approaches something closer to a proper horror film, It's oh no, what are you going to do to them? Don't hurt them, they didn't do anything. But it is the one kind of serious bit where the characters that we actually might care about are in genuine danger. So it's treated with that bit more of a like actual horror vibe, and I really like it. I think it's great.
Yeah, and then Lydia's like, oh, I gotta go let Beetlejuice out to fix it.
I love everybody trying to say Beetlejuice to put him back in.
The very first time that somebody says Beetlejuice and that noise he makes, the cracks me up every single time.
The fact that they keep calling him Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Or when he's trying to do the charades to make it and it's just a beetle reading a newspaper and turns around to her and goes, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Beetle breakfast? It's juice.
And I'm assuming...
I think he's kind of like a Rumpelstiltskin type character.
No, not that. Just the spelling of his name in the film versus the spelling of his name in the movie. Was it because they thought that people
wouldn't be able to
say the name of the movie and be like, oh, I went to see Beetlejuice, and people would be like,
well,
what are you talking about?
You had once had somebody ask for tickets to the Changeling.
Yes.
So,
yeah, people mess up movie titles all the time.
So we're just going to call it Beetlejuice, not Beetlejuice, like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, well, we want people to know what it's...
like the star.
Well, the star is called Beetlejuice. It's spelt that way. Like, that was the thing when I first started, because I think, I must have not seen this till I was about 13 or 14, because when I first read The Hitchhiker's Guide...
Oh yeah, they were in Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, and I was like, Beetlejuice? Oh no, Beetlejuice. So in an attempt to talk about potential things we didn't like, we talked about other things that we did like. So let's go on to highlights then.
Highlights is obviously fucking Michael Keaton. Oh my god, everything about that performance is phenomenal. I don't know how much shit he had in them pockets. I don't want to know. Like, at one point there's a live rat.
I know what was in those pockets. Well, I know what was in... There was rats and stuff in there for the set, but I know what was in those pockets when he wasn't filming.
What? Sweeties?
Loads of cocaine. There just had to have been so much cocaine.
Oh, I think that's just Michael Keaton. I really do. That's not cocaine fueled. It's far too calm. I think that's just Michael Keaton was like, I can be disgusting and like off-putting, but also like when he's trying to be charming, it's this really weird character where he's kind of like our mate Bran.
Yeah,
you meet him and you're repulsed by him and you're like, what the fuck is this?
But there's also something fascinating
about him that he keeps drawing you back, and then when he's on your side, he will like go to war for you. He's that kind of a character. Like,
for me, it's the voice. The Beetlejuice voice is just...
with the manky teeth.
It's just the way his manner of speaking, the constant, like, the spitting and hawking.
Yeah.
And,
like, he's just it's just, you feel gross being around him because of what he's doing.
It sounds like he's kind of talking from the back of his throat or something, and it's whatever voice he decided to use. It's
throw your voice, fill your friends. Sorry.
It's just great. It adds so much. It's like, like Heath Ledger's Joker. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where somebody picked a voice to play a character.
And the mannerisms around the character, again, like when you talk about Heath Ledger's Joker, the licking. Yeah. Which was partially to keep the lip prosthetic in place, but then became like this trademark of the character and worked with the cadence.
It's all of it. It's the manner in which he speaks. It's the script. It's the cadence. It's the
physicality.
It's the
because he's not like a heart, like, because Michael Keaton in the 80s was like a heartthrob as well, and he's got like a gut on him.
Well,
like, he walks kind
of make him as disgusting as possible.
He walks like, kind of bandy-legged.
Yeah, and that's why he's always spitting and coughing and hacking up shit and like lifting up Gina Davis's skirt. And the first thing he said, "You're really lucky man. Come on, tell me honestly. Do you think I've got a shot at her?"
Like, he's not pleasant to be around.
And the film, again, like, it would be like last week, nothing against anybody else's performance, but without Christian Bale in American Psycho and without Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice, it wouldn't be anywhere near as good.
No, because I've seen a couple of interviews from Beetlejuice.
I will watch it. I don't know if I'll go to the cinema to see it, but I will watch it.
But particularly from Winona Ryder talking about seeing Michael Keaton back on set.
Yeah.
She said it was like being back in the 80s. It was the exact same character. And it was just weirdly, it was really surreal for her. Because she's like, I'm like now playing an adult that has a kid. It looks like he's just gone into cold storage and come back out.
Which it should.
Because
he's a dead... Like, he's
and it's basically nobody else can do that character, and when he's not in costume, it doesn't work. When he's doing the voice, it doesn't all come together until he's in like everything.
As much as Hollywood reboots everything, there have been a couple of like reboots or sequels actually. No, sequels lately
Green
in the
Goblin.
last few years. No. Like this, Beetlejuice came out in what? 87?
86, 87.
So nearly 30 years later, a sequel comes out.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Was actually, I'm not a Top Gun fan, but I believe the sequel's really good. Beetlejuice has been getting good ones. History of the World Part 2 was not as funny as the original, but still
but there
quite
was
funny.
Fucking zingers in there. Alien Romulus has finally done what we wanted to do.
Done. Yeah.
Prey, but again, that's like just people taking new turns at it.
Yeah, but just in terms of like direct sequels from something that had nothing else.
Yeah. Well, we're getting the return of
Spaceballs.
Yeah. The new Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, so with the exception of Independence Day.
That was not good.
Because that was shit. But I don't think Roland Emmerich makes good films anymore. So
he made Stargate, so I kind of can't hate him for that. And I love the first Independence Day. I adore
he has
that
made
film.
some excellent films.
But he can't do sequels.
Independence Day was,
and then it's also like Michael Cameron should be the sequel guy, but don't let him make his own series of shit. James Cameron. I mashed Michael Bay together in there.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, I'm cautiously optimistic about the second Beetlejuice because there have been a few good sequels that have followed on. You know what I mean? And as I said, we've gotten the original cast, we've gotten Tim Burton.
And they want to very much do it in the same, like it all had to be those kind of B-movie-esque effects where it's in camera.
And do you know what else?
It works so well.
We can cover it.
Yeah.
Because that fucking nonce isn't in it.
Yay!
Because he's dead. Well, he's not dead. The character
killed off the dad.
The character.
And a whole load of people, a whole new generation found out why the dad wasn't in it and we're like, oh no.
But yeah, I'd imagine his because Michael Keaton is having a bit of a, well, not having it, he has been having a bit of a career resurgence
since Birdman.
Kind of since Birdman, yeah. He's been back in a lot of things.
And then showing up in Spider-Man.
I'm all for it. Well, he was in the first Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the first
Falcon, yeah.
No, Vulture. He was really good in that. And yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing him as Beetlejuice again. Like, yeah. Because he is absolutely the highlight of this.
I'd love to see him in the Batcowl again, just because I love Batman that can't turn around and look around corners.
Yes, but I don't think I will watch The Flash just to see him.
No. No.
Apart from Michael Keaton's performance, I do love all the stop motion, but that's just kind of, I know I bitched about it a little bit earlier, that's just kind of because I also have a fondness for stop motion. But just the afterlife and the vibe and, like we said earlier, the
when
sets.
They open like one of the doors and it's just screaming souls and it's like, oh, okay, close that again.
But yeah, the little miniature town set, the afterlife set, and the kind of wedding set at the end, they're just so fucking class. Those would probably be my highlights and his list of qualifications.
And it's said so seriously as well.
And then the football team. I love the football team as well.
Oh, coach. And then I love the fact that we get to see the football team at the end when she's having her little celebration and they're there dancing away. Because that's
and Juno's fucking
Juno's
great.
Incredible. I love her. I just love everything. I love that smoker voice.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Estelle from Friends, Joey's agent.
Yes.
Who takes no shit. And basically any of those agents.
I have a feeling that there's a little bit of Juno in Estelle.
Yeah, but that kind of like little Jewish old lady who takes no shit from anybody. Yeah. And has smoked like 40 cigarettes a day forever.
Oh, the smoke coming out the neck.
The neck, yeah.
Fucking brilliant. Sorry. Just remembered that.
Yeah, there's so many little things in this.
Yeah. And the only things that I don't like were little things, and they were little small things, like the guy's not using the goddamn handbook. Like, just read the fucking handbook.
I do love their attempts at scaring them, like, there's a goof that when Gina Davis is stood there on his head. Yeah. And she's holding Adam's head and she's holding a knife. Yeah. They should have been able to see the knife floating there. Because do you see the horse when she picks it up?
Yeah.
And it was like, obviously, like, they're so fucking self-absorbed, they didn't notice a knife floating around the place. It's kind of like, well, people are like, maybe that's supposed to, like, illustrate just how up themselves they are.
All that stuff as well, like her pulling her face off.
When they're like, you need to go and scare them, so show me the faces you're going to make. But when he turns to look at her, because he's got his eyeballs on his fingers, and he holds up his glasses to look through them, and is like, you look good, honey.
Yeah, all that looks great. But again, I'm not surprised because it's Tim Burton.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, there was only really little things I didn't like of just kind of Lydia's a bit of an annoying moan. Yeah. And I suppose, my only proper criticism would have been, I feel that they could, maybe have that one scene that Ripley scene, as we said,
Yeah.
put in just so that their sudden like affection for Lydia just feels a little bit more earned. Other than that, it's a fucking top class film.
No, it is one of those movies that if it's on, I'm going to sit down and watch it. If I hear the theme music, I am fucking happy.
The theme music, yeah.
I feel like every time I finish watching Beetlejuice, I want to go and watch The Frighteners. Because it feels one leads into the other, and it's so much of the music is similar, and it's the same kind of
music. It's the opening music with the panning shot over a forest.
Yeah.
And the names coming up on screen. That's how Frighteners starts.
Yeah. But it just makes me want to watch The Frighteners as well. And loads of those kind of... Like, one of my favourite movies is Edward Scissorhands, and that is a lot more somber, I think. This is a lot more joyful, even though it is about, like, a ghost haunting people.
No, but I would say...
There is a lot more joy in this.
On The Frighteners and this, I would say that this and The Frighteners have, like, the exact same vibe.
Yeah.
They have the exact same vibe of a movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Far more, the peril in The Frighteners is a bit more kind of...
Yeah, no, it's just vibe. Just vibe alone.
Just straight up vibes, same vibe.
But yeah, no, I was happy. As I said, I hadn't watched this since I was a teenager, but I think it will have to, come on more regular rotation for me.
This, ironically, was the first DVD sent out by Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
This, I know my copy that I have of this is so old. It's a double-sided disc, so there's no sticker on it.
Yeah.
So it pauses halfway through while it plays back.
Well, speaking of Netflix, because I think that about wraps it up for Beetlejuice and streaming services at large. Next week we're supposed to be doing Desperado, but we do not have it on DVD, and it's not on any streaming services.
I think we have it on a hard drive.
No, we don't. So I'm going to have to don my captain's hat and head to the high seas and have a look for it. So hopefully...
Speaking of other, like, every teenage boy I knew had seen Desperado by the age of, like, 14.
Yeah, I had seen Desperado by the age of 14, but not because of Salma Hayek, because Neve, my sister, had seen it.
Oh, Antonio Banderas.
It's one of those films. Yeah, it's one of those films that we have covered where I will start the episode by saying, I first watched this with my sister. Yeah. Well, now I don't have to. Well, we might not even be doing it. Yeah. But we'll be back hopefully with Desperado next week. If not, at least Ghost Ship is up on Netflix now. We tried to do that a couple of weeks ago. But yes, that wraps it for Beetlejuice, guys. Thanks for joining us as ever, and we will be back next week. In the meantime, if you want, you can head back and listen to some of our previous episodes or our other podcast, Mono Rants the Boys. Or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram, monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.